Bourbon against Lynn. Off his leg, Bourbon challenging it, but he can't make a play. Lynn, a single. Tremendous effort by Bourbon.
And you saw Bench jump out from behind home plate, right off the leg. Watch Bench jump out, yelling to Bourbon not to throw the ball. Hold it, don't throw it away, don't let that man get in scoring position. That man behind the plate is always stinky. He'd have grabbed him if he'd tried to throw it.
Rico Petrocelli coming up right here, and of course he's going to have to make a decision after this World Series is over, whether it ends today or tomorrow. Will he continue? That's a big issue as far as the Red Sox and of course Petrocelli personally is concerned, as Bourbon takes a few warm-up tosses. He's had a fine career here in Boston, Rico has, and that's going to be a pretty big decision for him, and this could, if the Reds go on and win, be his last at-bat.
The middle ear problem that he's had. Bourbon against Rico Petrocelli, 6-3. Cincinnati leading. Didn't mean to swing. It is foul. Just want to point out, as you did, Tony, on bench, telling Bourbon not to throw. That's the difference between a take charge guy and a holler guy. The holler guy, to me, is the guy who's always hollering a number of outs, and all you got to do is look at the scoreboard. And then comes a play where you have to make a decision. He gets lockjaw. Bench. He just told Bourbon, hold it, don't throw it away, keep that double play in order.
He has shown a kind of agility behind home plate in this series that you rarely have ever seen.
1 ball and 1 strike. Bourbon gives up his first hit. Cincinnati bullpen has come out and they've done a job so far. Out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. There you see Raleigh Eastwick, McEnany. They've used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pitchers and still have those 2 young fellas, and Gullett well rested. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
It's been kind of a sore spot with Sparky Anderson, Joe and Dick, when people have said down through the years that the ball club cannot win the big ones. He has gotten very irritated with those statements by a lot of people.
I don't blame him because, Tony, you played on championship clubs. I know, Joe, you did. To get there, you've had to win a lot of big ones.
It's been a well-managed series in both dugouts, Sparky Anderson and Darrell Johnson.
Now it's a 3-2 pitch. That's out of play. Good fastball. Petrocelli tried to check his swing. 6-3, Cincinnati leading. Bottom of the 8th. Fred Lynn is on at first base. Stays alive. Tension is really starting to build now. The on-deck batter, Evans. High. Bourbon walks him.
High run at the plate right now. Evans, who's been a big hitter for Boston, is coming to the plate. Here comes Sparky.
And of course, we all remember Game 3 of the series when the Reds had a 5-1 lead and the Red Sox refused to give up, as the Reds did not give up in Game 2. And he's already signaled for Raleigh Eastwick. That's been his key man coming out of the bullpen. And the Red Sox, of course, have not given up at any point this year. They were down to the Minnesota Twins run once by a score of 7-2 and won at 8-7. They staged some dramatic rallies, and I'm not surprised at what they're doing here. But Eastwick has been a tough customer for him.
Tying run is at the plate. 1 more pitch for Eastwick. There you see the situation. Lynn is on second. Petrocelli is on first. 7 for 20. The hot man. Eastwick, good fastball. High and tight, ball 1. One ball, no strikes, nobody out. He was going for it. 1-1 the count on Evans. There you see him. Lynn at second, Petroselli at first. Foul ball out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Raleigh Eastwick. What a job he has done for Sparky Anderson this year. As his whole bullpen. There is Burleson, the on-deck batter. Coming straight back, it'll be out of play. He didn't seem to have a good cut at that one. Six to 3, Cincinnati leading. We're in the bottom of the 8th. Tying run is at the plate. Outside. He let that one fly. 2-2.
He's just come in and thrown smoke so far. He hasn't worried about nibbling on outside corners. He's come inside a couple of times to Evans. Cincinnati bench.
Foul ball. He got that ball in. Evans gave it a tomahawk. I'll tell you about the tension as you look at the Red Sox manager Darrell Johnson. Bourbon is still seated on the Cincinnati bench. 2-2 pitch. Low, ball 3.
Oh, Johnny wanted that pitch. He turned on home plate umpire Satch Davidson. They thought they had Dwight Evans called out on strikes. Watch Benson, the reaction he'll give to Satch Davidson. Oh, that looked good. Ugh.
Close.
Might have lost it when he came up with it. Here's the payoff. Struck him out. Eastwick comes back with a good fastball.
And you got to give him credit after what he thought was a lost pitch. He came right back, Joe. Evans helped him out. He swung at 3 bad pitches out of the strike zone that time up.
Here's Burleson now. Big strikeout for Eastwick. And there is the on-deck batter coming out, a pinch hitter, Bernie Carbo. There you see him. Low, ball 1. 6-3, Cincinnati leading. Bottom of the 8th, 6th game of the World Series. Left field, Foster is there. Makes the play. 2 outs. Now it's Bernie Carbo. Carbo hit the first pitch in Cincinnati as a pinch hitter in game 3 and hit it over the left field wall.
Carbo, one time the #1 draft choice of the Cincinnati Reds. You heard it before, but that's the irony of this game. He was drafted before Johnny Bench. Here comes Morgan. He wants to know how Eastwick is going to pitch him.
Well, Carbo's a good inside-out swinger, and most teams this year try to pitch him well inside. They try to jam Carbo. In fact, he hit that home run, as you mentioned, Joe, but the other time he was retired, he also hit the ball solidly to left field.
Right. They're playing him to left field, too, Dick. Foster is way over near the line. A lot of room in left center. Right.
Saw Joe Morgan turn and look at his outfield, move them all back. Anything hit among them or between them, he wants that man at the plate kept out of scoring position. That's the important guy. He's a tying run.
2 outs. Inside, misses, 1-1. Single by Lynn opened the 8th inning, a walk to Petroselli. Sparky Anderson went to his bullpen again. Eastwick got Evans on strikes and Burleson on a fly ball. 1-1 count on Bernie Carbo. Ball 2. Trying to keep that ball inside. Lynn at second, Petroselli's at first. Good cut, good fastball, 2-2's the count. That was strength against strength. Good fastball hitter against a good fastball pitcher. Eastwick. Out of play.
That was the one, Joe. It was a little bit out over the plate. Carbo a little bit late on the swing.
He's had his cuts. Bernie Carbo, a pinch hitter. Two-two pitch. Just did get a piece of it to stay alive. You talk about fighting off a good pitch.
Looked like he hit that out of the catcher's glove.
He did.
Ball was down low. He did fight it off. Just got a piece of it. Just protecting the plate.
That's the kind, boy, if you get a foul ball, you're really happy you did your job. Deep center field, way back, way back. We're tied up.
Well, the fans have come alive again, Tony, Joe. They are alive.
What a study of a manager, Darrell Johnson, and what a study of fans. And what a study of a bench. There he is, Bernie Carbo. 2 base hits, 2 home runs.
All stone-faced, they call him, but inside, he's a pretty happy man right now.
The fans are still at it.
Strike one, Cecil Cooper.
And Carbo tied Chuck Esigian's record with the Dodgers in 59, 2 pinch hit home runs in a series.
I tell you, these 2 clubs have battled and battled, and they're battling again. Foul straight back. Boston jumped out to a 3-run lead in the bottom of the first. Cincinnati tied it with 3 in the 5th. Cincinnati 2 in the 7th, 1 in the 8th. Red Sox tied it with 3 in the bottom of the 8th. And we're all tied at 6 apiece. And that ends the inning, but at the end of 8, Cincinnati 6, Boston 6. Listen to that crowd. We're all tied up. And Joe Morgan, 5 for 21 in the series. And he's 1 for 4 tonight. He singled and scored in the 7th. Scored on Foster's double. Drago misses, ball 1.
Drago will come right in, no secrets or tricks. He'll challenge you with the heat, the fastball. He led the club in saves this year.
This is his 2nd appearance. He was a loser in game 2. Good live fastball, as you heard Dick Stockton mention. Strike 2. And this crowd, a crowd that was spent, has come to life. 3-run homer by Bernie Carbo has tied it up. High, 2-2. Joe Morgan, the man who kicks the big red machine into gear, according to Pete Rose. Hopped up. Yastrzemski taking charge. Makes the play. Called a fair ball by first base umpire Art Franz. 1 away. Here is Johnny Bench. Bench was out on strikes in the first, out on strikes in the fourth, and then got a big 2-out RBI single in the fifth that tied it up and lined hard to left in the seventh. Hit it with one hand. Did he go around? Ask him. No, says the first base umpire, Art France. Ball one.
You know, when Carbo hit that home run, I have to recall the previous pitch when he just managed to fight off a pitch and foul it off. Huh?
That's right.
All you need is that second chance.
Game of inches they talk about. Petrocelli, one-hand grab. 2 away.
All right, Petrocelli guarding the line, going to his left. What a September he's had at bat and in the field. Scooped it up, knew he had plenty of time, and a good true throw over to Carl Yastrzemski to get Johnny Bench.
Bill Lee says Petrocelli knows every hop around third base, and here is Perez inside, ball one. Tony is 1 for 4. Struck out in the second, the fifth, single in the fourth. Fly to right in the seventh. Low, ball 2. Off the handle, may be playable. Yastrzemski in foul territory, makes the play. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the bottom of the ninth, all tied. Well, if the Red Sox can pull it out and they've tied it, it'll be a game 7. And it'll be right here. We'll start with the baseball world. But game 7 tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. Right now, it's game 6 all tied up. Oh, boy.
Picture tells the story, and the sound, too.
Big red machine has power failure, says the sign. It'll be Doyle, Yastrzemski, and Fisk in the bottom of the ninth. Red Lynn. It's the meat of the lineup for Raleigh Eastwick.
And, of course, Joe, Sparky Anderson, as he has throughout the series, using a lot of pitchers, getting the hook out early. You get into an extra inning battle, and you've used just about everyone. He has McEnany, who hasn't appeared, but he doesn't have many more.
High, ball 1. Foul ball, 1-1. Doyle is 1 for 4. He bounced out Perez to the pitcher, doubled to right in the third, bounced out Morgan the first, and popped to the shortstop in the seventh. He has 7 base hits in the series. High. 2-1. Ball 3. Down Zimmer. He's hollering. Take a look. See that little finger moving? Does that mean something? Who knows? Here it comes. All 4. Johnny Bench wanted that one. A little bit of confusion, but it was ball 4. Now what do you do, Dick?
Well, Joe, man on first, nobody out. You want to get him to second. However, Carl Yastrzemski, I believe, has not sacrificed at all in 1975.
Well, here we got some more drama then. Will he bunt? Will he ask him to bunt?
If he does, it'll be the first time. Darrell likes him to hit away. So this will be interesting.
Here it comes. He squares around. Fouls it off. He's got to get a run. Yastrzemski, 7 for 22 in the series. Has not bunted all year, says Dick Stockton, who broadcasts the Red Sox games.
He's beaten out some on a drag bunt situation, but nothing in a sacrifice.
Foul ball as he switched off. Strike 2. Doyle returns to first. You can see the determination, the tension as you look at Yastrzemski. Eastwick. Bottom of the ninth. Right field, base hit. Griffey up with it. Doyle heads for third. He's there.
Drama in World Series play. We talk about these Reds as Sparky Anderson comes out of the dugout. The Red Sox refusing to give up. Now in a very enviable position of having runners at first and third, nobody out in the bottom of the ninth inning. Fly ball, and of course I'm sure we will see the infield and outfield drawn in, just as the Red Sox had the same situation as McEnany gets the call in Cincinnati.
Sparky is going to have to make his move. The big run, of course, is on at third. Obviously, he'll walk Fisk to load him up, and it'll be up to Fred Lynn, Petrocelli, and Evans. There you see the Reds bench. Sparky Anderson, George Scherger, Darrell Johnson, Eddie Popowski.
Foster and Geronimo were conferring in left center field. This crowd is turned on, no question about it. Fisk the batter, and they're going to walk him. McEnany making his fourth series appearance, no record, 4 2/3 innings, 2 runs, 3 hits, and he has struck out the 5 batters. And he'll need a strikeout of Fred Lynn, Joe.
He's got to go get it. He's got to let out, so it'll be a battle, a good hitter against a good pitcher. And how much tighter a spot, how much hotter a seat can you want than the bottom of the ninth? With the bases loaded, nobody out. There goes Carlton Fisk to first. Yastrzemski goes to second. Here comes Fred Lynn. Lynn hit a 3-run homer in the first. He had a base hit in the 8th. He scored 2 runs. He was knocked in 3.
Griffey and Geronimo are shallow. The left fielder, Foster, moves over to the line. He's not quite as shallow as the other 2 outfielders. The infield is in as well. It's all right here, Joe.
Here it is. High fly ball, left field. Foster's got a shot. They're tagging up at third. Here comes the throw. It is in time. Doyle is out. Foster to bench. A double play.
Here is the throw. Foster made the catch in foul territory. He needed a perfect throw to keep the Reds from losing this game, and it was. And Bench make the swipe tag. No question about it. Denny Doyle out at home.
Watch the tag by Bench. It's the same kind of tag Fisk made in Cincinnati, like a first baseman. Makes the grab and one hand and swipe tag. Gets him before he gets down. Denny Doyle is out. A double play. Sparky Anderson is out there once again. Oh, brother.
Second guessers may have a picnic.
You always have a picnic when the man is out. Foster made a decision. This time it turned out right.
Don Zimmer has been an aggressive third base coach all season long. He believes that it takes a very fine throw to get the men most of the time. Here is Doyle. Now there's his start. He put on the speed, but it took a fine throw, and as you pointed out, a good tag by Johnny Bench to double off Denny Doyle at home plate. Yastrzemski went to third, holding at first Fisk and Rico Petrocelli.
So there are 2 outs. Petrocelli with Yastrzemski at third and Fisk at first. Foul ball, strike 1. A 1-bounce perfect throw by George Foster to Johnny Bench. Got Denny Doyle McEnany. There goes Fisk. Swung on a bouncing ball. Pete Rose has it. The throw to first in time. And now we go into extra innings. The score at the end of 9, Cincinnati 6 and Boston 6.
George Foster, who doubled home the 2 runs that put the Reds in front in the 7th inning, will lead it off here in the 10th against Drago, who retired the Reds in order in the 9th. And Foster, as he has done all series long, steps out of the box. Foster has 6 hits in the series and 2 runs batted in. Petrocelli guarding the line at third and even with the bag. And the cat and mouse game goes on. Now Drago is taking his time. Foster didn't like it. 6-6 the score. The Reds have out-hit the Red Sox 11-9. One hopper to Burleson at shortstop. Guns it over to Yastrzemski, 1 out. Well, this is the second extra inning game of the series. Game 3 won by the Reds in 10, 6-5. And there were 2 in the 73 series between the Mets and the A's, and in a number of series before that. Dave Concepcion, been retired 4 times tonight. As we've mentioned so many times, you can never take the bottom third of the Cincinnati order lightly. They have power and speed as well as just as the top half does. They'll look from the scoreboard in left field. Gray goes high with that pitch. Two balls and no strikes. From the month of June or July until late August, Jim Willoughby was the top right-hander out of the bullpen for the Red Sox. He was acquired from the Cardinals' Tulsa farm. And then Willoughby had his problems, had a little stiffness, and Drago really came on in last month. He was superb. In fact, underrated. Might have been the best relief pitcher in the American League the last month. He's high with that fastball, and he's behind Concepcion. 3 balls, no strikes. Jim Burton, left-hander, is heating up in the Red Sox bullpen. The 3-0 pitch, taking all the way Concepcion. It's a strike. There's Burton, 25-year-old left-hander, called up after pitching a no-hitter in Pawtucket, the Red Sox AAA farm, in June. The 3-1 to Concepcion, and a base hit up the middle. That's the 12th hit of the game for the Reds against Boston pitching. Concepcion is on at first, and we'll see Cesar Geronimo. Geronimo homered just inside the foul pole, deep into the grandstand in the 8th inning to lead things off to give the Reds what seemed at the time perhaps an insurmountable 6-3 lead. The Red Sox tied it with 3 in the 8th on Carbo's pinch hit 3-run homer, and now we're in the 10th.
Concepcion can run and will run.
The pitcher spot is on is next, and McEnany now with the jacket is on the top step of the dugout. 1 out, Concepcion at first. We're in the top of the 10th inning, and Drago goes over to Yastrzemski again.
Remember in game 2, Concepcion came through with the base hit and then stole second and scored on Griffey's double. So you got to watch him, and Drago is doing exactly that.
That was close. Art France right on top of the play.
Concepcion has been digging like almost a place to put his feet once he gets out and gets his lead. Watch him get out there. He's pawing much like a nervous racehorse. There he goes.
Drago has not yet pitched to the batter Geronimo. Here's his first pitch to Cesar, a fastball for a strike. Drago, the third Red Sox pitcher. Louis Tiant worked 7 innings plus, allowed 6 runs on 11 hits. Moret worked an inning, and Drago in his second inning of work for the Red Sox. Diving back and losing his helmet, Concepcion.
That was the best move that Drago has made so far. He really had Concepcion leaning. Watch him. He measures it. He's getting his mark right there. He was leaning. He had him caught. He had some ideas, and Drago put a pretty good move on him. He popped a shoestring with that one.
Strike one, the count to Geronimo. 1 out, and Concepcion the runner at first. He got back. Talked about the crowd being up and down like a yo-yo. Well, they're really subdued right now.
Dave is trying to get a whole new kind of feel out there. He has dug the hole so deep that it was almost, I guess, a hindrance to him. He's measured it. He went out before the game with Morgan to measure.
Strike one, the count to Geronimo. 1 out. Concepcion with a good lead at first. We're in the top of the 10th inning. 6-6 the score. He doesn't go. The fastball is outside. In his last 3 seasons, Concepcion has been successful in about 85% of his stolen base attempts. Got a good track record. One and one to Geronimo. Again. Get that uniform dirty. Yastrzemski holding the runner. 6-6 the score, 10th inning. There goes the runner. Swung on and missed. The throw is high. Missed the tag. Well, Burleson tried to swipe a tag, and in with a stolen base is Geronimo.
He got a good jump, and it's a straight steal, although he keeps looking back to see look like what Geronimo is going to do. Concepcion, the throw was high. He just didn't get him. Let's watch Fisk now. He had a good ball to handle. The throw is just simply high, and he slides under the tag. The ball was there ahead of the runner.
Concepcion now 3 for 3 in stolen base attempts, and he's made them all, of course, in this series. And the lead run is in scoring position. The count is 1-2 to Geronimo, who has 2 hits, a single, and a home run tonight in 4 times up. On deck, the pitcher spot. McEnany with his jacket on in the on-deck circle. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Gets a piece of it, fouls it back.
That was quite a battle with Concepcion. He had to work for that stolen base. He worked very hard. And Fisk, his throw, he had a good ball to handle, was high, and he just slid under the tag.
The Reds also like to steal third, and Concepcion has been the man who has stolen third more than any other player on the Reds team this year. So we'll watch him. 1-2 the count. Geronimo the batter. Again, gets a piece of it.
Dick, you talk about the crowd being yo-yo. I think our technicians, as we look at McEnany and especially Tony Kubek, Tony had gone down to the Cincinnati dugout in case they had were the world's champions for the celebration, and then they tied it, and they're switching. I guess they're right behind home plate now, waiting to see what's going to happen.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Geronimo has been up for quite a while. A lot of tosses to first. 2-2 now. Concepcion is on at second. We're in the 10th inning. Dick Drago retired 4 batters before Concepcion bounced a single up the middle with 1 out here, and then he stole second. And time is called.
Carbo in left field. Dick plays a little deeper, it looks to me, than Yastrzemski.
Yes, I think so. I think Carbo is not as familiar with left field. He played most of the year when he was in the lineup in right field this year. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Drago thought he had it. Full count now.
Reason you mentioned Carbo is that the straightaway in center field, Glenn is right in line, Evans is pretty much straight away. Carbo may be shading a bit towards the line. There you see the defense deep, and Concepcion on a base hit could conceivably score. With Yastrzemski out there, would be shallow, you'd have a better shot at him.
Right now, it doesn't look like any of the outfielders are shallow enough to make a play, unless it's hit hard and right at the bat. Geronimo strikes out. Big strikeout for Drago on a pitch out of the strike zone.
It's also a foul tip held onto by Fisk, and that's why there's a delayed call. You can watch Satch Davison, the umpire, make the delayed call. It's a foul tip held onto by Fisk as it goes right into his webbing. Now watch the call by the umpire. He hasn't called it a strike yet, and now he's getting some help, and there it is.
Well, we're going to see another pinch hitter, Dan Dreesen.
Darrell Johnson is coming out to talk to Drago as Dreesen comes out of the Cincinnati dugout. Johnson makes his walk towards the mound. Gives us a chance to tell our viewers that the Tonight Show will not be seen due to the length of this game. And the Tomorrow Show will be seen in exactly 30 minutes after this game ends. And I know Tom Snyder is probably watching this game. In fact, he was going to come up for the weekend series, but got rained out of it. So Tom Snyder and the Tomorrow Show will be seen 30 minutes after this game.
Darrell Johnson out talking with Drago, just filling him in on Dan Dreesen, a very fine natural hitter. Hit .281 during the year, 7 homers, 38 runs batted in, and he's making his first World Series appearance. 2 men out, Concepcion on at second. So Dreesen will be the pinch hitter, and we will see the 8th Cincinnati pitcher to tie a record in the bottom of the 10th inning. And that would make 11 in the game. Red Sox using 3, and that would tie a record. So here's Dreesen with 2 out and Concepcion at second. Dreesen's a good hitter. 2 out, 6-6 tie. We're in the top of the 10th inning. Dick Drago on the mound for Boston. Fastball on the outside corner. 4 pinch hitters for the Reds tonight. Armbruster walked, and an infield hit by Crowley. Shaney fly to left. 1 strike to count. Another fastball, 1-1 to count. Pete Rose, top of the order, is waiting to hit.
Drago's really letting it out, Richard. He is throwing hard.
That's what he did in game 2. Of course, Griffey got the hit, but Drago had as good a fastball in game 2 as he did at any point this season. The 1-1 pitch. In the air, behind third, Burleson, Petrocelli, and Carbo one-handed in fair territory to retire the side. We'll take another look as Burleson, Petrocelli, and Carbo all converge in a very tricky area down the left field line.
Carbo, everybody gets there. Looked like the fans were going to make the play, and he almost overran that ball, had to reach back.
It's 6-6 to the bottom of the 10th. So Pat Darcy, the new pitcher, and Evans fouls off the first pitch. Evans batting .333 in this World Series. Has 4 runs batted in, a homer, a double, and a triple. Missed the fastball, 2 strikes. That's over everybody. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Darcy is 25 years old, born in Troy, Ohio, now lives in Tucson, Arizona, 6'4". A rookie, won 11 games this year. A lot of people think he could have won 20. That's low. 2-2 to Evans. He'll be followed by Rick Burleson and Bernie Carbo. Rick Wise, who was the biggest winner for the Red Sox with 19 triumphs in the bullpen. And off the glove, Darcy hurries and just makes it in time to nip Evans. 1 out in the 10th inning.
Take a look at it, how Darcy stays with it, and he had to make a pretty good throw. Evans hustling all the way. Sometimes a pitcher will pick it up and for some reason throw a change of pace that way. Just doesn't get enough on it.
Rick Burleson has walked twice tonight. He's been up 4 times. 1 out, 10th inning. 6-6 game. Ball 1. Red Sox got 3 in the first on Fred Lynn's 3-run homer, and there's Bernie Carbo, who tied it with a 3-run homer in the 8th in a pinch hitting role. In between, the Reds got 3 in the 5th, 2 in the 7th, a run in the 8th. There's a strike to Burleson, 1-1. "21 hits in this game, 12 by the Reds, 9 by Boston." Breaking ball is outside, 2-1 to Burleson. Pat Darcy, the 8th Cincinnati pitcher, and the Red Sox having used 3, and that ties a record. 11 pitchers in the series game. Pops it up. Concepcion will handle this one. 2 down. Well, here's Carbo, and let's listen to the crowd.
Johnny Bench is going out to talk to Darcy. It's quite a story. Carbo played for Sparky Anderson, and when we were in Cincinnati, there was a story that Carbo sought out Anderson because when he was playing for him, he thought that Sparky was picking on him and that he was riding him too hard. And Sparky said, "Someday you're going to thank me for it." And Carbo sought him out during this World Series to say, "I thank you for what you did. I was wrong. You made me a better player." And tonight, it really comes home.
Tied Chuck Esesian's record, 2 pinch hit homers in a series. Takes a big cut, misses. 2 down, nobody on, last of the 10th inning. Looking ahead to the Cincinnati 11th, it'll be the top of the order, Rose, Griffey, and Morgan against Dick Drago. Strike 1 to Carbo. Took something off that pitch, 0-2. The Red Sox had the bases loaded, nobody out in the bottom of the 9th inning, and the score tied. Lynn flied out to Foster and left, caught the ball. Doyle running, was out at home in a big play of this game. And then Petrocelli bounced out to end the threat. Red Sox had a golden chance in the bottom of the 9th. And now we're in extra innings, bottom of the 10th. 1-2 pitch. Evens the count, 2-2. On deck, the pitcher, Dick Drago. And Carbo strikes out to retire the side.
Well, it'll be Pete Rose, Ken Griffey, and Joe Morgan. What can you say? Who can you point to in this game? You just can put all the names on the wall, throw a dart, and where it lands, you got yourself a hero. As you look at the scorecard, I tell you, Nolan against Tiant were the starters, and then it's Nolan, Norman, Billingham, Carroll, Bourbon, Eastwick, McEnany, and Darcy. Tiant went 7 innings, gave up the 6 runs. But here we are, all tied up. Drago against Rose. Should the Red Sox win it, we'll be right back here tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Eastern time.
I think fans have gotten everything they could expect out of this World Series, Joe.
I don't know what else. I don't know what you could write into it, Dick.
We've seen dramatic pitching. Louis Tiant. We've seen a very popular, dramatic figure on the mound, entertaining the fans. We've seen Cincinnati's power. We've seen good defense. We've seen chances being taken on the base paths by both clubs. Fine defensive play. Close games.
You've had the heroes come through, the guys you expected, and you had guys come through that, well, just unsung but good ball players. And here we go. 11th inning. Ball just popped out of Fisk's glove. Like he took something off his fastball. It's ball one. Rose. There's the man, Griffey. Big triple in the 5th inning. Rose has 2 base hits tonight. Fouls it back. Fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Rose. Bearing down. Foul out of play. He was going to the opposite field. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Well, we know that Gullett would be the pitcher for Game 7, should there be a Game 7, as is for Cincinnati, and Lee would be the pitcher for the Red Sox. Both clubs would be ready. And the way this one's going, maybe with only 30 minutes rest. Did it hit him? It hit him. It hit him. And Fisk is going to argue. And here comes Darrell Johnson. Fisk is arguing, but Satch Davison called it right now. Darrell Johnson wants to know.
Well, the 2 big disputes we've had centered around home plate area.
Well, Satch Davison called it right away, and he was right on top to play, and Darrell Johnson's arguing. Whatever he is saying to Johnson, Johnson seems to be buying. Carlton Fisk is not buying it.
All right, we're going to take another look at this. Let's see if it hits a uniform shirt or something. Yeah, must have been the shirt.
If it hit the shirt, it hit one of those strings that was dangling. I couldn't see it, I'll tell you the truth.
We didn't see any change of direction of that ball at all as it went past him. In any event, Rose is on.
He's on. Here is Griffey. Whoa, almost a balk as Yastrzemski broke in to protect against the bunt, and luckily Drago completed his throw to first base, or it would have been called a balk. Yastrzemski at first base looking for the bunt. Outside. Good fastball. Taking a good look now at third base coach Alex Grammas. Griffey. There's Grammas. Griffey tripled in the 5th. He singled in the 7th. We're all tied 6-6. Nobody out. Pete Rose on at first. High. Ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Once again, Griffey takes a look. Managers have been known to switch when that batter gets ahead. 2 balls and no strikes. I tell you, those infielders hate to see that. Come charging in and have a big guy swing that bat, boy. That's no man's land. Bunted in front of the plate. Fisk is going to go to second. The throw is in time. Fine throw by Carlton Fisk. Gets Pete Rose, who is head first sliding into second.
A lot of people have talked about 2 of the fine catches in baseball in this series. We've seen Johnny Bench's arm. Take a look at Carlton Fisk. A bullet to second and a big play, getting the lead runner, Pete Rose. Carlton Fisk, unanimous Rookie of the Year in the American League in 1972. It's an example of his arm, huh?
He picked that ball up with the bare hand, which is always a tough play. Set himself and threw a strike to Burleson in time to get Pete Rose, so there's 1 away. Here is Joe Morgan, 5 for 22. He singled and scored in the 7th inning. Griffey, good speed, is on at first base. Drago will be checking him. And there he is. Another throw. Griffey, another one of the Cincinnati Reds base runners who has the green light. He can go at any time he thinks he has to jump. Morgan waiting, 1 out, tied 6-6, 11th inning. Outside. Ball 1. Morgan. He gives the coach plenty of chances to go through signs, which is a good idea. If nothing else, he wants to know if Griffey is running, if he's got the green light, if he's got the no steal sign on. Some managers will give you a don't steal. Strike is called on the outside corner. A good fastball by Drago.
You heard that pop up here.
Tell you, he throws hard. He throws hard. And he challenges you. And that's what you need from that relief pitcher. Saw it as it came out of the Cincinnati bullpen. That's Griffey. A split screen. We get to watch him. And there's a quick throw, but almost threw it away. Now Morgan wants to talk to Grammas. He wants to make sure. It could be any number of things. It could be a play on, and it could also be the other side of the coin where he says to Grammas, look, flash a sign to tell him to stay there, put a rope on him and tie him to the bag because I want to hit, and it's just distracting me. Hitters have been known to do that. And it could be that he wants to know, is he going to run? If he's going to run, I'd like to know when, because it certainly wouldn't be a hit or take situation here with 1 ball and 1 strike. Morgan, the kind of a guy you could do a lot of things with. Well hit, right field, deep. Evans is going back near the wall, and oh, what a catch he made. What a catch by Dwight Evans, and it's a double play. Griffey didn't know what happened as Evans made a spectacular catch, and take a look at this.
Dwight Evans went way back. He had no room to go anymore. Watch it. He knew where he was. One-handed catch. Crashes against the wall. Now his throw is off the mark by about 20 feet to the right of first base. Burleson covered the bag. The double play. Big play of the game. And now we go to the bottom of the 11th inning, still tied at 6-all. We've seen it all.
Here we go. Rick Miller is the pinch hitter. And it's ball 1. Here is the catch by Evans.
He went back. He had some more room. He made the leap and the one-handed grab, and then his momentum crashed him into the fence. Now look how fast he wheels and throws.
2 balls and no strikes. I think the reaction of the fans and the Cincinnati player in the bullpen said it all. The fan jumped straight up, and the Cincinnati player just kind of, It's been that kind of a game. Rick Miller batting for Drago. We're in the 11th. Tied 6 apiece. Darcy. This one is out of play. Tony Kubek left with a 6-3 score. Looked like Cincinnati might wrap it up. We were getting set for the celebration. Carbo hits a home run, and it's all tied up, and they've been shuttling back and forth. Left field. Near the stands, Foster's going over, and Concepcion, nobody can get it.
Say, if Miller can get on base, he is the best Red Sox base runner. And while he did not hit for average, did not really come up to the plate much this year, Joe, used mostly as a defensive replacement. When he has played, he has gotten some key clutch hits, especially against Baltimore. I remember a base hit late in the game or in extra innings that won it on the road. He was a smart ball player.
Well, I know everybody talks about his defensive ability. He's up there now with a count of 2 balls and 2 strikes. We're in the 11th, all tied. Rick Miller pinch hitting for Drago. Foul back. Red Sox bullpen obviously busy. Rick Miller pinch hits. That's Wise. Left field. Foster is there. Miller flies to Foster. 1 out.
Played him perfectly over toward the line. Miller, a spray hitter, can go to all fields, and Foster, of course, knew it.
Here is Doyle now. Doyle has 1 base hit. That was a double. Double to right in the third. It's amazing, Dick, when you see guys like Foster playing them perfectly like that, those scouts, how they can pinpoint the way fellas will hit certain pitches. Ball 1. What a World Series this has been. There's a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Darrell Johnson. Red Sox manager checking it out. Fouled out of play. Both ball clubs making that play when they had to. Yastrzemski, the on-deck batter. Bouncing ball, Concepcion. In time. So there are 2 away. Here is Yastrzemski. Yes, single and scored in the first. He popped the second, single to left in the 5th, and he singled to right in the 9th. Got 3 base hits. He's 3 for 5. Darcy wants Perez to play back, guard that line. Strike is called. Morgan is about 4 steps from the outfield grass at second base. Everybody is deep. With 2 outs, they figure Diaz will try to go for 1. And he had a good cut at that one, boys. He's up there trying to get that extra base hit. 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. One ball, 2 strikes. New baseball put into play by Satch Davidson. This crowd has been up and down and up and down. They're going to be drained. Nobody, obviously, has left the ballpark. The pitch to Concepcion, a bouncing ball, the throw. It's in time, so Yastrzemski is out. 3 up and 3 down. And we complete 11 innings. And we're tied at 6 apiece.
Johnny Bench has an RBI single back in the 5th inning. He is 1 for 5. Facing Rick Wise as we go to the top of the 12th inning of a 6-6 game. Fastball outside. They play Bench as a pull hitter. Popped up to the right side. Fisk going after it, and Pudge makes the catch and sits down. Fisk has made some fine plays and some fine attempts.
That is always a tougher play than it looks. It gets above the stands. Now he's got that thing. He's got his sights on it. It looks like it's going in the stands, and now she starts to spin back and obviously loses his balance, and down he goes. But he was zeroed in on it. That's a tough play. I tell you, I appreciate it, I guess, more than most people, because I can never make the play. That's why. If you can't do it, you appreciate somebody who can.
Tony Perez has a single and 5 trips to the plate. Takes low for ball 1. When Wise has his good live fastball, you'll see the ball popping off of the bats and being popped up to the right side. And Wise, near no-hitter this year, had a no-hitter with 2 out in the 9th inning in Milwaukee. That's all we saw. Brewers were just popping it up to the right side. There's a call strike, 1-1. George Scott said the ball just exploded off of the bat as it came in there. Well, that was Rick Wise at his best. 1-1 pitch. Perez cuts and misses.
Carlton checking that mask, and you can see him kind of give it a yawn, because that hit him flush, and when you get hit flush like that, you feel like 2 or 3 of your fillings have dropped out. It comes right off the bat right into your mask. There's nothing you can do. Now watch it. right into it. Doesn't give you a headache, but it gives you the feeling like you had your head inside a bell and somebody hit it with a hammer.
1-2 to Perez. 1 out in the 12th inning. 6-6 the score. Two balls, 2 strikes. Bouncing ball, and that's into center field, a base hit. So Tony Perez has his second hit of the game and the 13th hit for the Reds. They will bring up George Foster, who doubled home a pair of runs in the 7th inning to break a 3-3 tie. Geronimo homered in the 8th to make it 6-3, but then Bernie Carbo blasted a 3-run pinch homer into the center field bleachers in the 8th inning. Both teams have had shots since then. The Red Sox had the bases loaded, nobody out in the 9th, and did not score. And the Reds had a runner on, and Evans made a fine play, doubling off Griffey. We've had everything, as Joe has mentioned. 1 out. There's a strike on the corner.
I was watching the monitor strictly when he was pitching to Perez, and he hit that outside corner, and Tony hit a good pitch and comes right back with a good fastball on the outside part of the plate to Foster. That's the ground ball pitch, and that's what he's looking for.
He fouls it off to the on-deck circle, and Wise is ahead of Foster, 2 strikes. And as you see, Rick does not like the ball he's been handed. Concepcion is the on-deck batter for Cincinnati. Well, in game 2, the Reds got 2 in the 9th inning to win 3-2. In game 3, in 10 innings, they won 6-5. Red Sox won game 4 5-4. This is a 6-6 game. Only 2 games have been out of hand. Game 1 when Tion won, and game 5 when the Reds behind Gullit controlled it. That just missed. 1-2.
It's been a great lesson watching these pitchers that when they do get ahead of the hitter, they do make the pitch work for them, and when they miss away from the power. That ball was outside. There was nothing Foster could do. If he'd have missed inside, he might have stuck one up on the screen.
Fisk sets up inside, and there's a ball hit out to left field. It's a base hit. Fisk was setting up inside. I was off the Fisk. Carbo, as you mentioned before, is playing a deep left field here at Fenway Park. And Foster has his second hit. Reds, with 1 out, have runners at first and second.
Those last 2 base hits, great examples of a fella making the pitch he wants to make and a good hitter hitting it. It was not the hitting of a mistake. The ball that Perez hit was low outside. He hit it up the middle. That ball jammed Foster. He was still strong enough to hit it to left field. In fact, sometimes it kind of bugs me whenever you listen to a ball game. Every time a pitcher throws a ball and the guy hits it for a home run, they say it was a high curve ball or it was a mistake. Those were good pitches that were hit by good hitters.
Here's Concepcion, has a single. This is his 6th time up and a stolen base as well. Runners at first and second, 1 out. We're in the top of the 12th inning. 6-6 the score. The Red Sox and the Reds, game 6 of the World Series. On the corner, Wise has been getting ahead of the batters. Perez at second, Foster the runner at first. Watch Perez check the infielders. Now Burleson shades a bit towards second, yells something to Doyle. A lot of things going on there between pitches. That was high, 1-1. 35,205 here at Fenway Park. Reds had their largest crowd in their history in game number 5 at Riverfront Stadium last Thursday on a fine evening for baseball. 1-1 the count to Concepcion. Out to right field. Evans going back. He makes the catch. The runners went halfway and they go back to their respective bases. 2 down. Perez to second. Foster to first. George Scherger, the coach there. And now we'll see Cesar Geronimo with 2 out in a conference at the mound. Burleson and Wise. Geronimo has 2 hits tonight, a single in the 6th inning, and a home run just inside the foul pole in the right field line in the 8th, and Darrell Johnson out to the mound quickly. No one is warming up in the Red Sox bullpen, just wants to talk to Wise.
That's it exactly, Dick. He just wants to make sure that everybody is together as to how they're going to try to pitch to Wise. No trick pitches here because everything is riding with the tie-breaking run at second base. Johnson just wants to make sure that Wise and Fisk and everybody we're all together.
Darrell Johnson and Sparky Anderson, the respective managers, matching wits in game 6, and we have seen 12 pitchers in this game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pinch hitters. Here's Geronimo. Petrocelli is about even with the bag, maybe a step in. Rest of the infield playing back and shaded to the right against Geronimo. Ball 1. We do have activity in the Reds bullpen. As we said, the Red Sox bullpen is quiet. Clay Kirby, who has yet to see any action in the series, is heating up. All right, only Don Gullett and Kirby, the only pitchers remaining. Foul back on the screen. 1-1. Well, Sparky said he was going to use them all if need be.
And he has done it.
Looking ahead to the Red Sox 12th, it'll be Carlton Fisk, Fred Lynn, and Rico Petrocelli. Pat Darcy's done a fine job in relief. One ball, 1 strike, 2 out. Perez at second, Foster at first. Top of the 12th. Close, no good. 2-1. Crowd thought he had it.
Well, here's that thing we were talking about before, Dick, that Wise is going to make him hit the pitch he wants him to hit. He's not going to give in to him because you got a pitcher coming up.
Here's the 2-1. Cuts and misses. That's a Rick Wise fastball at its best, and the count is 2-2.
And he is spotting it well.
Aren't many players left on the Cincinnati squad to use. See, Doug Flynn is one. Rettenmund. Plummer. In there, called strike 3, right down the pipe, and Wise strikes out Geronimo. There were 2 hits. The Reds lead 2. We go to the bottom of the 12th of a 6-6 game. And Fisk will lead it off, has a single and has walked twice. Has been on base 3 times. Actually was safe on a force play. Been retired once tonight on a bouncing ball to short in the 7th. Here's Fisk. And the wind blowing out. We've had 3 homers tonight, all to right field or center field. Carbo's was to dead center. The other 2 to right. There's a ball. Stays fair, home run. We will have a 7th game in this 1975 World Series. Carlton Fisk becomes the first player in the series to hit one over the wall into the net. Red Sox win it 7-6 in 12 innings. And Carlton Fisk had a lot of little boy in him right there, Joe.
He took one step, knew it was going to be close, he knew it was gone, and it was dancing in the streets all the way around. Johnny Pesky greets him at first base, and he is dancing as he gets his second base.
It came very close to hitting that foul pole. We'll see how close.
There it is. Pick it up as it comes, and there it is. It did hit it, and Foster did come up with the ball. So there will be a 7th game here tomorrow night.
What a World Series, Joe Garagiola, have we seen here between these two clubs. It's fitting that we have a 7th game, you know?
It had to go to the 7th game, Dick, because they've battled and battled. And now tomorrow night, it'll be Gullett, Bill Lee, this crowd refusing to leave. Amazing. You saw their ball club battle back. They've been up and down, clutch plays, clutch catches. And they are just dancing in the streets here as Carlton Fisk brings a 7th game.
A lot of body English for Carlton Fisk. Huh? Watch it.
How many steps does he take? One. He waits to see it. Get over. Get over.
He knew it. There it is.
I tell you, one of the more dramatic home runs in World Series history. And there is Tom Yawkey to the left, Haywood Sullivan. And there are the fans, and the picture says it all.
Well, you won't see many more exciting World Series than the 1975 Classic. All right, now let's go down to the field. Tony Kubek. Let's go to Tony Kubek.
All right, well, we've talked a lot. I'm sure you guys have. I'm getting prepared and trying to get Carlton Fisk about the dramatic home run he just hit. This has got to be one of the most dramatic ball games in World Series history, with a great catch by Evans to keep Morgan's ball from almost going into the right field seats. And let's not forget Bernie Carbo and the great home run. Without that, the Red Sox would not have been in this ball game when Fisk hit the big home run. Fisk is being mobbed up the runway. He is not able to get through down here, Joe or Dick. And I'll just throw it right back up to you now and hope that we can get him if we do have time.
Okay, Tony, we can appreciate your problem there, because as he hit the home run, the fans just poured onto the field. And you saw Fisk not only being congratulated by Johnny Pesky, but by the fans as he rounded third base. There is still a mob around the Red Sox dugout, and the fans just refuse to leave here. They want to enjoy every last minute. And Tony Kubek has been successful, and there is Carlton Fisk. So why don't we go to the field and Tony Kubek.
All right, you can hear the cheers. It's for the man to my left, Pudge Fisk. And Carlton, this has been a dramatic World Series. The 6th game topped off by your home run. It's some fantastic feeling for you, I'm sure.
Well, not only the home run itself, it probably had to be one of the best played, not only World Series game, but the best played game that has been seen in a long time. We were down 6-3, and of course Bernie Carbo picked us up. Had a great effort from everybody on our pitching staff. I just happened to get a ball. I didn't know what was going to be fair or foul. I knew if it was fair, it was out of here.
Emotions ran rampant, as everybody knows. Another cheer going up. Bernie Carbo is going down to an interview room in the left field stands. Your feelings in other parts of the ball game. When the ball was hit by Morgan as Evans approached the warning track, what did your heart do?
I didn't think the ball was going to be out, to tell you the truth. I thought if he missed it, it'd be off the short part of the wall, and he might have come up with a triple. He could very easily have scored their go-ahead run, and we would have ended up losing it. But he's been playing right field like that for us all year long. Made a lousy throw back to first base, but we recovered in time and got a double play. That was probably the biggest play of the ball game.
Hodge, another big play. Freddie Lynn banging into the center field wall, and we don't know the condition of him. He looked like he was struggling along the rest of the ball game. But what does he feel like right now?
Well, I'm sure he feels pretty good right now, but I'm sure he's going to be sore tomorrow. He jumped up and hit his tailbone on the cement wall, and you know how that hurts. You can't get up very good, but he showed me a lot of guts staying in the ball game. He's one true competitor, as he's shown everybody all throughout the year. He's going to be sore tomorrow, but he's not going to miss it for anything.
All right, you've taken it on the strength of your home run. to the 7th game of the World Series. It'll be Bill Lee versus Don Gullett, two left-handers, and a little bit of a comment on that, if you will.
Well, they're two opposites as far as pitching goes. Bill's a control pitcher. He has to have his good sinker in order to be effective in this ballpark. Don Gullett's a hard thrower, as like a Vita Blue, maybe his ball might be a little too straight in this ballpark. I didn't think he threw too well his first game in here. Maybe the wall had an advantage for us with him throwing. He's going to have to be pretty careful, especially if the wind's blowing like it is today, if it's blowing like that tomorroon.
Pudge, any of your family are here at the ballpark?
Everybody's here. Everybody's here except my kids. I wish they could be here.
I'll let you go handle your press conference, and congratulations on, well, a dramatic home run, one that'll go down in the history of baseball.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Our thanks to Carlton Fisk. Let's go now back upstairs.
Okay, Tony, Carlton Fisk, a 3-run homer by Bernie Carbo, tied it up in the 8th. The home run by Fisk in the 12th won it. The final score 7-6. The Boston Red Sox over the Cincinnati Reds. The winner was Weiss. The loser was Darcy. A tremendous game, and I don't know what you can add to it, Dick, but I'll tell you, it just took it out of me.
I think we've had 4 one-run games in this series. I think without a doubt this has got to be the most exciting World Series game we have seen.
That it has been. Final score once again, Boston 7, Cincinnati 6.